Hello and welcome back to the channel, all 127 of you. Well, clearly I've made it. So this video is going to be about some go-to meals that I use to help me keep on track with my nutrition and also make sure that protein targets are hit. So the main reason I'm doing this is because although it's quite easy to hit total calories for the day, all foods have got calorie information on them, it's just one number to track. What's not always easy is hitting the protein, carbs and fat, or the macros. And because the macros are what make up the total calories, if you have too much of one macronutrient, you're going to have to decrease the other one in order to keep total calories on track. And because most foods don't just contain purely protein or purely carbs or purely fat, they contain a mixture of everything, it can be quite tricky sometimes to end the day with all of the targets hit as well as total calories kept on target as well. As I said, I'm going to focus more towards protein in this video because although high protein foods seem to be quite popular, you can't walk into a shop without really seeing something that's high protein or a source of protein. In a typical Western diet, and still most of the foods you see in supermarkets, they're going to contain a lot of carbs and a lot of fat, and it's usually quite easy to hit enough carbs and fat. What I see a lot of people struggling with is hitting their protein intake, and what usually happens is at the end of the day they've fallen a bit short of their target. That's why these simple ideas that I'm going to go over in this video are aimed around helping you hit your protein target without adding too many carbs and too much fat, with the overall goal of keeping total calories on target as well. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so the first one is protein oats. And this is a really good one, especially if you're the kind of person who wants to prepare something the night before so that you don't have to rush in the morning. So about 60 grams of oats and 20 grams of protein powder. What you then want to do is give it a good mix in, and you want to make sure there's no lumps left over, because otherwise that just will not mix well, especially when you heat it up. Next, add the milk in. You can use any milk here. I've used just 2% milk, but almond milk, soy milk, full fat milk can work just as well. Again, give that a good mix in as well, making sure that it's a nice consistent mix. Once that's done, you then want to put some cling film over the top of it and stick that in the fridge overnight to chill and to let it soak in. So next up is cereal with protein milk, and this one's a really simple one. So you want to add the milk into a shaker. Again, you can use any milk. I'm using almond here, but it doesn't really matter which one you use. Add in the protein powder, and as you would with a protein shake, just give that a good mix. And then what you want to do after that is just pour that on top, just like you would with your normal milk on any normal cereal. I'm using chocolate caramel flavoured protein powder here, which is giving a nice chocolate milk sort of flavour to the cereal. But you can use any flavour you like, and you can use it with pretty much any kind of cereal that you want as well. And this is a really good way to just have your normal cereal, but up the protein as well. Okay, so the next one is eggs, but with egg whites added as extras. So there's nothing wrong with whole eggs. However, they do contain a fair amount of fat in them as well. So if you're trying to up the protein, it might not be the best idea to just keep adding more eggs to the meal. But adding some egg whites, like I've done here, so I'm adding about 2 egg whites here, which is going to provide an extra 7 to 8 grams of protein without adding any extra fats. But I'm still getting to keep a couple of egg yolks in there, which are the nicest tasting part of the egg. So what I've done here is put it into like a sort of omelette thing on a tortilla wrap with some low carb ketchup and some low fat mayonnaise. And then I'll top it off with some protein cheese. It's the low fat protein cheese. It's about 37% protein and 3% fat, so really, really good macros there. Put that in a wrap, and it's pretty much like the breakfast wraps, the egg and cheese snack wraps you get from McDonald's, but with a lot lower fat and a lot higher protein. And I ruin it with a thumbs up. So the last one is protein Greek yogurt. Now a lot of these that I've gone through aren't really meals, they're more snacks or little things that you can put in between meals to help increase the protein. But this is one of my absolute favourite, and I have this pretty much every day. So you use about 200 grams of zero fat Greek yogurt, mixed in with about 30 grams of protein. You can use any flavour you like. I'm using cinnamon Danish here, but get creative with it. What you want to do then is give that a good mix in, and at first it will feel like it's not mixing in and you've probably added too much protein powder, but trust me, keep going and eventually you'll be left with a nice smooth mixture that just resembles a normal yogurt. And the great thing about this is, while a lot of the other ones I mentioned before had a fair bit of carbs in them, a fair bit of fats, if you've used zero fat Greek yogurt, this is going to be, next to no fat, probably about 5 to 6 grams of carbs, and anywhere from 25 to even up to 40 grams of protein. So it's a really good little snack to put in that adds protein without adding any extra fat or carbs. So those are some of my go-to meals. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope that they were useful and you can use them to help increase your protein intake and help keep on track with your nutrition as well. As always, if you've got any questions, hit them in the comments. Be sure to subscribe, follow on Instagram, and I will see you in the next one.